The human brain is a fascinating and complex organ that controls all of our bodily functions and influences our behaviors, thoughts, and emotions. One of the most important chemicals in the brain is dopamine, which is often referred to as the feel-good hormone. It plays a crucial role in regulating our motivation, pleasure, and reward systems, making it an essential component of our mental health and well-being. However, excessive dopamine stimulation can lead to addiction, compulsive behavior, and other negative consequences. To counteract these effects, a new trend called dopamine fasting has emerged, which involves restricting and abstaining from activities that trigger the release of dopamine in the brain. This includes social media, video games, shopping, and other pleasurable distractions. The idea behind this practice is to reset the reward system in the brain, reduce cravings, and improve focus, productivity, and overall well-being. Dopamine fasting has become a popular trend for those looking to reset their brains and break free from addictive behaviors. However, it's important to know that the practice can be challenging, especially at first. You might find yourself feeling bored or restless without your usual sources of stimulation. This is because you are depriving your brain of the instant gratification it is used to receiving from things like social media, TV, or sweets. It's important to recognize these feelings and remind yourself of your goal in order to stick with the fast. Embrace this as an opportunity to find new, healthier sources of stimulation or take up a new hobby that challenges you in a different way. Trust us, the boredom won't last forever. Before you try dopamine fasting, there's something you should know. You might feel anxious or restless. When we engage in activities that give us a rush of dopamine, like scrolling through social media or eating junk food, our brains become used to that constant stimulation. When you take a break from those activities, your brain might crave that dopamine hit, which can lead to feelings of restlessness or anxiety. But don't worry, it's completely normal and a sign that your brain is adjusting to the lack of stimulation. Just try to push through those feelings and remember why you're doing the dopamine fast in the first place. When you dopamine fast, you'll likely experience a range of effects on your mind and body. One of the things you might notice is that your cravings could intensify. This is because the act of dopamine fasting involves limiting your intake of things that give you pleasure, such as social media, junk food, and other stimulants. These things release dopamine in your brain, which makes you feel good. When you take them away, your brain may start to crave those pleasurable experiences more intensely, leading to more intense cravings. However, don't worry. As with time, your brain will start to adapt to the new normal and your cravings will start to reduce. If you decide to try dopamine fasting, you might be pleasantly surprised to find that you become more aware of your emotions. Without the constant stimulation of social media or other dopamine-inducing activities, you may start to notice how you feel about certain situations or interactions. This heightened emotional awareness can be great for learning more about yourself and understanding how certain things impact your mood. However, it can also be a bit overwhelming or uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to relying on distractions to avoid your feelings. So, be prepared to sit with your emotions and explore them without judgment. Who knows, you might even gain some valuable insights during your dopamine fast. Dopamine fasting is a new trend where people avoid pleasurable activities like social media, eating junk food, and watching Netflix to reset their dopamine levels. While it might sound impossible for some of us, many people swear by it. One of the benefits they describe is feeling more clarity and focus during and after the fast. By avoiding stimuli that constantly trigger dopamine release, the brain has a chance to rest and reset. This may improve your ability to concentrate and make decisions. So, if you feel distracted and unfocused, maybe a dopamine fast is worth a try. In conclusion, dopamine fasting can be an effective way to help individuals manage addictive behaviors and build healthier habits. By reducing stimulation and taking a break from activities that release dopamine, individuals can gain a better understanding of their relationship with technology, food, or other substances. However, it's important to note that dopamine fasting is not a long-term solution for addiction and should not replace professional help when needed. As with any lifestyle change, it's essential to approach dopamine fasting with a balanced, realistic mindset and make sustainable changes that lead to improved well-being.